ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nubia series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel. And now we have this ruler, after the old one had been killed in an attack, if that's the correct, was killed in an attack at the age of 58. He could have lived, 5 more years or so, in which he was going to leave behind a legacy of being known as a temple builder. But I will carry on, his legacy through that. So that's going to be, a characteristic of Marchioness Maria's rule. Although she has proven herself that she can lead the army very well, about as much as her father, even though she's not particularly well liked due to her lack of diplomacy skill, her being socially awkward, and as well as the fact that she's female, based on the women's rights laws, which has been relaxed slightly in the Kingdom of Courtiers, and among other things. But she has borne 2 children, Lazarus and Raphael. Which again shows that she is capable in combat and is even an aspiring blade master. Maybe you should consider hunting if you want to up your prowess just a little bit more. But the question is, where? Wasn't there a sighting recently? Ah, boar sighting. Yes, the master had to be there, Marshal. But I just want a few more unlanded knights to join me, because we need all the good hunters we can get. I'm not concerned about prestige, as I'm more concerned about gold, but I'm using this gold for this time just to up my prowess a bit. And take nothing, it's going to be a safe travel. I can slay the beast. Normally that option's not available for female rulers, but I guess it's there now. Normally it isn't, but it's there. Alright. I mean, that's what I tend to do. So let's go. Yeah, be hosting a hunter because there's a boar sighting up there. Not to mention needing an excuse to travel, and my sister Agatha just died. Died in childbirth. And the realm is now split to 2. One rules Pacoras, and the other rules Alaki, which I do have a territorial ambition that I do want this place. Because it's a home of the mine there, the mining settlement, so we can earn more income, so I can use it to build 2 more temple holdings. One that's currently under construction, and the other there's room for this one. And when I get this county again, I'll build one up there, because that area is going to be a city. Although he'll never accept that because of reasons. Lower rank, I would say, is my vassal. And I'm a sinner, and he doesn't like me particularly well. Pope Papani, he's still alive, this old... When did you become Pope? 941, and he's been on for a long time. Was friends, but they grew apart. How sad for you. I mean, yeah, the easiest thing in the world would be just claim a title off of him. It'll cost you 150. But there are other alternatives. 12 years. Keep converting. You've done very well in converting this land to be Coptic, as it's becoming the majority faith in the county. So never stop that. As we wait for all the rest, I guess my servants can get started on the preparations. The gamekeeper check the farmlands every day for signs of quarry while establishing a camp close to the hunting grounds. These boars are close. I can feel soon. I'm reminded. Just received the master of the hunt. We don't have a tutor nor a wet nurse. Matter of fact, no. We do have someone excellent aptitude. Teach the court liege, lieges or the court position holders. Educate children. Gotta educate the children of the court, including my son and heir. I'll educate you both. Got pretty good learning skill to go along with it. We need to search for a wet nurse. Knowing that money is going to be spent in hiring these. Nobody to ransom, unfortunately. There's no end to the opinions of wants of my son there, Lazarus. Half of the time he's trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around. Formidable or aggravating, it's a fine line to walk. Bossy, eh? It's good to know. You'll have a third child soon. With a mind to provide the best care for our children, I've had my functionaries seek out able women for the role of wet nurse. Now they present a few locals for my judgment. Good, good. I know I'm greedy, but I'll take the cheaper option. And with you as wet nurse, since we do have the kind of children where that might be into intrigue and stuff, along with prowess, so go for it. While we wait for those other people. Count Stephanos. Oh, the king is coming, my friend. The king is coming to hunt. I mean, after all, we're in peacetime. Darfur is no longer a warring territory. For now, it's stabilized over there. Cultural renaissance. That's what I like to hear. To celebrate. Master had summons the party to gather as light reaches the camp in the swamplands near Sabagoda. My men have been gathering sightings of the boar that's terrorizing the local area. We have plenty of pairs of eyes, not to mention spears. Beasts rain terror ends today. There is clearly a stout boar in the area. Dangerous but worry game. See if the rumors are true. Boars are more dangerous than hyenas. Let's get out there. Ah, right, can't do that, but still. My tutor and personal physician, Taberna, dismounted his squad on the mud. Carefully examined the orchard fire, appears to have lost all interest in the hunt. Marchioness, look at all these useful herbs and flowers here. This one can soothe eggs, this one aids a broken knuckle, one wards off measles. Get back on your horse. I insult him. There's a reason why I paused. Because there are some unruly people here. Ah, he's poor health. Why not the spy master of the king? Waiting for word from the sad towns, the party rested in the shaded copse. Taste stands not far off. This is my chance to present. Duke Nuti, how are you? It's not often we get a chance to talk, I opened informally. Seems surprised or not hostile to my conversation. Oh, he's a vindictive zealot. I'm not quite sure. He's a content zealot, so he's a little... I'm not sure what to say about him. When I say, I'd rather be doing something useful, of course. What do you think, pal? He seems to have much cover. He's been wanting me to entertain the court with trivialities. When we move on, we can hardly be separated. I knew I found the right words to win him over. I think I won him over. At least I hope. My personal physician told me rats first spotted sharpened tusks. And a powerful boar is hard to distinguish, but there's no doubt it's there, observing us through the dancing reeds. It locks eyes with me almost as the animal senses my intent. Suddenly takes on a flash of brown fur. After we ride. Halloo! So, attempt to corner the boar. Use spear. Methods perilous. I want to get that boar! Temples constructed. But there are right, we are finally cornering the wily beast. Our chase has not been in vain. Exhausted, panicked Daniel has turned the bay, struggled to stand, squealing in panic. Proud boar squeals terribly, sharpened tusks ready to cleave in twain any who approach. As it is, surrounded by sheepish hounds and huntsmen. I'll do it myself. Even though you get stressed due to being greedy of either option. Spears ready, forward. So, 30% chance of beast slain, 46% chance but wound someone, 50% chance but kill someone. The group surged forward, fanning on the terrified animal. They slowly surround his spears whistling, but Tibor takes a swipe before he puts the squealing beast out of its misery. Quick, he needs help. Hunts like these are pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. It's like quite like the thrill of bringing down a mighty beast. I direct to break it up, carefully skinning the carcass, a direction for the game masters. We eagerly place the dog, share the spoils, and stretch out before departing for camp and home. This boar tusk here. That's kind of to me. My good cousin, this is yours. Because I'm a little bit giving. +1 prowess. Under the moonlight of Courtiers over here, an intimate chat between my caravan master Jalil and my knight Bashambo. Oh Jalil, my rowdy lion heart, you make these starlit nights unforgettable, confesses Bashambo, blustering Joe's response. I never expected to find someone who understands me so well. It would seem love is blossoming in my entourage. Bisexual? Homosexual. Ah, I get it. Drama. It would be a real shame if this got out. I'll learn of it and then expose it. Just to increase my intrigue skill is pretty good, but it can do better. Exposed. Need to push on. Page goes to war. As my brother goes, so does my niece. This is not the first time with child, but the onerous sensation is new. Something as I miss. The crabs coming at night. As I rise in the morning, I find my streets bloodied and ruined. I'm pregnant no more. How could I be so reckless? Oh no, not again. West 4 is at war again, but this time it is he who's on the offense. Gee, you know what? I should do that. for legitimacy, as I wanted to get out up more. So, the magnificent cathedral of Pacoros, where Christianity first came to Nubia, commemorates its bishops over the centuries through a list of their names, portraits, carved into cathedral's walls. We should update this list so the faithful can continue to revere it as they should. So, for the next 20 years, well, basically the rest of my reign, because I don't expect to have a long reign. So, piety up a bit, prestige up, legitimacy gain, in Christian opinion. Especially those who question me because I'm female, but if I can be more of a devout Christian in their eyes, maybe they'll respect me more. Plus development growth and control growth over in Pacoros. So, historical context. According to traditional accounts, Christianity first came to Nubia when the kingdom of Nobadia in northern Nubia converted to Christianity in 543 CE, though it is likely Christianization had been ongoing for decades before that. The main cathedral of Nobadia's capital, Faras, served as a major center of Nubian Christianity for centuries. Even after Nobadia was absorbed into Makuria, part of the cathedral maintained a list of the city's bishops well into the 13th century, which may have been used as a form of commemoration or religious practice by the Nubians. Made this cathedral last for a long, long time. In the days of yore, Christianity first came to Nubia through the northern kingdom of Nobadia, centered around Pacoros. The great cathedral of Pacoros was built shortly after as a center of the Christian church in the region. Thus, its bishops have earned a high level of prestige and respect since then. The walls of the cathedral of Pacoros have meticulously recorded the names of each bishop who dwelled here. Many of the faithful who come to the cathedral to do so to gaze upon this great list and worship before the paintings of the ancient bishops depicted by the list. Recently, I dedicated some funds to not only restore the list to its previous quality, but also update the list with newer information and artistic depictions of various bishops. It is a great feeling knowing that through my contributions, I too am a part of the cathedral's long history. This cathedral will stand strong for many generations. Just want to make myself feel good. I know I can't declare war. Even though, just to outright revoke it, you know, there are other ways. Such as denounce, which denouncing is a crime and you can imprison, but I don't know. I just really don't want to spend any renown at all. I sauntered between the market stalls of Firim, a heavy pouch tugging at my belt. How do I make this coin work for me? As I admire the wares of a local sculptor, Coptic imagery, a sound investment, my friend King Jordanus suddenly appears at my side. You're not leading the troops yourself? Thought you would. Well, a word of advice, my friend. Have a look at the mason's workshop over there. Their wares might be simple, but their potential is great. Now listen, there's hardly anything to build here, to be real honest. Actually, turn a quick profit with some clever trades. Because I'm planning on saving my money to build this next temple holding here, which you need 720 gold for it. 720. What's going on over there? Claim of the county. Everybody in the family's fighting each other. Everybody within the damn dynasty wanted to proclaim superiority over the other. This is Nubian warfare at its worst. Well, meanwhile, there is one territory that I would like to have for myself. 20 months left. If it gets up further, then it'll be hard to bring down. Because I have a feeling I want to expand a bit, you know, just to get the domain limit up. And so that way. And plus, there is room to build a temple holding here. Development is good. The tax is pretty good, except for the strained relations with the now agro-pastoralists. That's going to have to change. You know what? Let's fight a war. And it's kind of unusual. Because it's de jure part of mine, but it's independent from me. At least the marshal is blind. Is he really going to lead the troops himself? If he's going to be doing that? Seize the county of Corta. If you get it, you get the county. Not vassalized. It's going to cost you a lot of piety and prestige for this. Oh, he's got allies from further down. But I am confident in my abilities as commander, as we fended off the raiders once, and I've proven myself. Perhaps I could prove my worth further in this part of the war. Let's do it. Vassal reinforcements have been raised already. Now raise the... Hang on there. Add that. Because they're not stationed. Now, raise the troops. It'll take 48 days. Pressured by war. Revolted against war. Well, we're not building anything anytime soon. Indian frame? Pressured by war. Although, is it necessary to bring more levies about? Well, we do need every man we can get, because 4 level's pretty high, and we need to bring it down fast. I mean, once you're there, you'll interrupt the construction of the hill forts there. So, requisition authority. Your steward suggests a practical if unpopular measure. My lady, I recommend issuing official writs of requisition to your army commanders. This will grant them the authority to claim supplies, horses, and even temporary lodging in the territories they pass through, promising future compensation to the owners. This would save considerable gold in the short term, though it will cost some prestige. It appears less honorable than paying immediately. We would, of course, keep records of all debts to be settled after victory is assured. Go ahead. Grant the requisition authority. We shall settle accounts after victory. Yeah, we're ready for that now. Yeah, bring your friends. We can beat them too. See, you ain't nothing. Shy satisfaction. Form up. Let's move on. All you have to do is just take one barony and war's over. Unless you can capture Taberna. No, as far as the marshal. Chase him. They won't stand a chance. You have the advantage, but we have the pursue them. Oh yeah, we got them all. Veteran. What little is left of them, they won't matter. That's still their trait. Siege begins, and it'll take about a year. Less. At least we'll still make good income out of this. Loot is approximately 75. Again, we're doing this not only to get some tax out of that land, but also build this temple holding here. Because I know we're not going to build that over here yet, because, you know, war ravaged. Secured supply lines. Army gold maintenance reduced a lot of year, and army siege weapon effectiveness has just gone up. There you go. I have a daughter, Sophia. It's a fine name. Although I noticed that's an awfully high number for a garrison. I'm an incompetent counselor. Well, you put me in a wrong job. A local sculptor is looking for a benefactor. A difficult-looking man demands an artist. My name is Basil. You may have encountered my beautiful sculptures on the Alvares next to the roads here at the main. Although you want to become my benefactor. Indeed, as my name's become quite famous among your subjects. Both of us could prove benefit from this partnership. As proof of my good faith, I would create a unique and masterful sculpture for you to display whenever you wish, showing your immense piety to the world. As a greedy person, I say I'd never heard of you, and you don't look very talented. Look at you. You're ugly. Plus, money's going elsewhere. As I proceed with my offensive wars, my vassals start to become more and more despondent regarding their support for the carnage I started. I reached a point where no more political maneuvering is enough to call their utter distaste for the present state of affairs. So, those vassals who do not like me, well, now they like me a lot less during this course of the war. Recently, my Marchioness made several important remarks of political nature that deeply offended my vassals and shook the entire government structure in my realm. In the knowledge my spouse is not going to recant his words, with my credibility towards my vassals and my lower subjects on the line, must decide how to proceed given a very significant political challenge I face. Damn, I don't want that. I guess her shy nature would make sense that she'll just decide to do nothing. And her legitimacy went down again. Our scouts report there is no imminent risk of an enemy attack tonight. As I watch my soldiers, fatigued from the day's march, set up yet another camp, I cannot help but wonder if tonight's respite is our last. My last. If battles join tomorrow, might I not be slain? And what if starvation, exposure, disease, accidents? Life is never as fragile as during wartime. If today were to prove my last day, how should I spend this evening? But my friend. Fight! Oh my gosh. Bloody flux just started here. It actually, the disease started while a siege is ongoing. What does it do to a county? Talk about very bad timing. I gotta take off command before I catch myself with that disease. You take over. You are a military engineer. You know how to do it. Just take it down. Just end the war sooner. And if you happen to catch bloody flux, well then, sorry. You did it for our realm. This is a new novel disease. A walk through Frim reveals something deeply unpleasant. A plague has arrived this once thriving metropolis. When meeting the eyes of the infected, they look hollow and vacant inside. And as if the spirit is elsewhere. Their clothes are stained deep red around the rear. They clutch their stomachs as to stop from falling out. Already people are calling this affliction court and flux. And it's happening on my own doorstep. While numbers remain low, it's only a matter of time until it spreads further. Summon a physician, please. Isolate the capital. There goes my legitimacy. But don't enter the seclusion just yet. You're still controlling the plague here. I forgot that I left that option on. It's here! Enter seclusion. A great and deadly plague is on the horizon, though many will die. I cannot allow myself or my loved ones to be counted among the dead. I must retreat to the outskirts of the capital seclusion, safe from the miasma of the plague and disease. Oh, damn it. There goes my diplomacy. Carried far away from the stink of the capital's heart late at night. I and my family must remain distant for the people of the realm until such time as right to emerge. Communication will be limited, and my throne will feel empty. No shall remain safe from the death and decay beyond our four modest walls. Lock the door and throw away the damn key. I'm losing legitimacy. In future, I'll remind myself to do some activities and among other decisions that will increase my legitimacy. The dim flickering light of the time rest firm illuminates the scene as the physician lays out the plan. Those afflicted by the Courtier flux are afflicted with sanguine excretions like I've never seen before. My recommendation as a professional is that we take a light approach to prevent the spread. After all, we do not wish to hurt the economy. I mean, it's too late now, so the spread's already here, so go for a soft approach. It's not. Night test fallen ill. Saying a moderate approach has been proved successful with the slow spread of disease symptoms among the commoners, though the impact is quite minimum, and it should at least grant more time to work on a more permanent solution. Wonderful. Yes, the disease was caused by war. Since we don't have extra taxes held on the hodgepodges in the County of Dab, now there's more development growth over there. All because of that man who's ruling Sukin decided to levy extra taxes on them. Yeah, disease started during the siege. Talk about bad timing. But nevertheless, we win the war. I step out of my tent to see cat sprawls out before me. The sordid Trash heap of broken siege weapons, discarded food, shit, leather tents stained by leaking dye, soldiers languishing with boredom, weariness, and disease, standards and colors flap and snap in the wind, leaning against the bare rocks that rise from the earth. Gulls circle above, calling to one another with shrill cries. People bustle about, loading mules and checking supplies. A thick column of smoke climbs above the camp. The smell of cooking fires fills the air. My lower lieutenant approaches and informs that the siege is ended. I get on my bodyguard to the edge of the camp. The barony of Corta stands before me, a smoldering wasteland, a bleak abyss freighted with smoke and red ruin. In the fields between, empty carts and wagons stand on end. Makeshift defences to archers' volleys. Bodies lay everywhere, with glassy eyes wide with shock. Black-veiled women spit and jeer at my army as it enters the barony of Corta. Spare it, because this is our territory, and imprison everyone you see, including a man named Nimrod. It amuses me to see a name like that. The land is mine, so I will take personal control over it. Even though the big problem now is, well, you've done taken a territory that's been devastated by the siege, and now there's an ongoing disease. Although the control growth is still very good. This is going to be a well-fortified territory here. We need a seneschal, and a good one at that. We already have our hands full. Oh my, everything's going to heck. This disease ain't nothing to mess with. Infection rate, though, is not that bad, but worse in Corta, excuse me. My physician is gone. Old age. The Episcopos has it. Save us, please. Please don't hurt my children. Raphael is also rowdy. He died, and you're not as good. Counselor died. She was the Chancellor. Not to mention malnourished. You seem a lot of fun. Enraged warmonger. Whatever. Yes, from our culture. Very hard to sway. Although I do not speak your tongue, the Cushitic language. Oh no, not my son. Not one of my sons. Focus on domestic affairs. Grave news reaches me. My son there, Lazarus, has fallen ill with bloody flux. Future is uncertain. Death lingers closely by his bedside. Yet not all is lost. Lazarus might survive, should luck be on his side. Only God knows his fate. The physician wants to know how my son should be treated. Be cautious. Do no more is necessary. Successful treatment. He'll live. I hope. It's with dismay I noticed the merit of Mindi. The pulling the strings has decreased my legitimacy. I spent no resource to hinder my political position. Despicable behavior! Oh, Karshal over there. This is just terrible timing. A long time has passed since I decided to focus on emulating the fame of my dead father. Even longer since his death. It is stressful and demanding to step out of his shadow. Yet I feel the world judging me, not by my deeds alone, but always in comparison to Marquis Tapara. I know I am respected, but is it enough? What more I could do to be remembered? Do more than my father ever was? So much for me to achieve. Okay, infection rate is going down. In times like these, it's best to be wary of any strange smells. This one, however, emanates from the corner of the market square and is positively fragrant. Get your sachets here. Only the freshest and best herbs used. A crafty merchant's stall is covered in various aromatics, and he holds a pouch filled with them in each hand as he hawks the wares. Notice me to extend one for me to try. Only the best, my lady. To keep you right safe from the Khotan flocks, it will. I plucked the sachet from the proffered hand. It does seem like something would keep the miasma away. Well, I'm a greedy person. I'll say, these won't save a soul. Again, the infection rate is starting to go away. The sly hyena of Korta. All the dead people there, now hyenas have come to there. I hear commotion from my son Raphael's chambers. Hastening inside, I see the wet nurse. Moreno. Moreno? I don't know how you say your name. Is playing with Raphael. My liege, perfect timing. Raphael just took his first step, she shouts excited. Holding my boy's hand, she tries to walk around the room. What else he could do? Make him keep walking. For some time, I am aware of the religious dignitaries of my realm are plotting something behind my back. Far from being life-threatening, their plans present a political challenge I must overcome. In reality, they are planning to host a grand religious meeting with foreign religious emissaries in my capital and are asking me to fund the whole operation. Supporting, not the plan, carries good and bad political consequences. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding? I refuse to pay for the gathering. The more zealous courtiers and guests will be incensed by my decision. I'm waiting for all this to go away entirely. Oh, Basil, the great spy master, lived to the age of 80. At least this is someone we can trust. I was about to check up on you. As I walked down the halls to hear some muffled laughter. That voice, I'm not used to hearing so clear and bright. Pushed the half door open there in front of me's mouth, son and heir, Lazarus. Seemingly recovered from the bloody flux. My beloved son and heir is well once more. It's not difficult to shed a tear of joy. Wonderful news! Saint Samuel be praised! I'm very pleased with this. Disease is gone, and you can emerge from seclusion now. The sun feels unfamiliar and hostile on my skin. The wind feels cold and violating. When was the last time I took a breath of air as God made it? All better, I guess. But my legitimacy has been gone to question. country. You know, we want to have more money for the, you know, the build a temple fund. So this is how we're gonna get in money easily. Just acquire booty. We are entitled to some of the spoils we seized by the pirates we work with. So we'll receive a random gold amount between 43 to 118. The maximum amount of gold you can gain is influenced by diplomacy, stewardship, and intrigue. This will hurt my legitimacy even more, but I'll figure that out. There are a group of pirates active in the Indian Ocean who I have connections with, and who have agreed not to target my territories and to help me when we have shared mutual interests. Recently, I received word that a number of these pirates had acquired a good deal of booty from a raid somewhere. Per our earlier agreements, they handed over a portion of this booty, which all manner of excellent commodities from slaves to gold, weapons, food, precious art, and more. Ah, what lovely booty they have. 51 gold is how much we got out of it. Hey, it's still better than none. But we're back up to full control for the most part. While we're trying to get this up faster. There's probably one more child. Very low now flood, unfortunately. You know what? This sounds like a good opportunity for welcome these now pastoralists in. It's cheaper during this low flood. Yes, I do gain stress because I'm greedy for welcoming them in, but I feel like I'm obligated to do so. Plus, there's some strained relations now, so every little bit will help. Economically. Not to mention up the military bit. Maintaining Hafirs for once. This is just to increase control further. We Nubians have used Hafirs for as long as anyone can remember. These wonderful reservoirs are designed to suit the arid landscape near the Nile River. They are of great use to both farmers and pastoralists. These days, it is more common to maintain ancient Hafirs predecessors built long ago, often near ancient ruins, but sometimes we construct new ones too. Regardless, I've been given instructions to my local officials in my territories to maintain or construct new Hafirs as needed for the benefit of the locals. Water security is not an issue we can neglect. Could have done that beforehand, but you get the idea. Golden obligations, because I want to get war profiteer. Oh, wait a minute. We're under Regency? Hey, get out of there. Let me take charge again. I was beginning to wonder there was something a bit off. Hey, you have a hook. You know, you could just tell them to get out of here. I'll lose the legitimacy, the domain size, and then give it to someone else to hold Kota. As I'm not looking to... Actually, no. Keep... How much is the cost for a new temple holding? It's the same. But when these modifiers are rid of, it won't take as long. Much like the... You get the idea. Because this isn't going to go away until 4 years. And this won't go away in 2. Although there is fear of a possible peasant revolt with such issues. So, okay, build temple holding here. Next. And when it's finished, I'll give the land away and then take it back. Okay? Vassal Episcopos Kolothos has become a true example of Coptic kindness, leading his flock with a gentle hand, always ready to listen and help the less fortunate souls coming to him for guidance. He's an example to us all. Another son. Shakanda. There was a great man who once ruled Zed named Shakanda. It don't cost much when you do this. Can fortify the border if need be, because when you do that, this actually helps it up a bit. So let's do that. Let's fortify the frontier. I could throw in a little bit of more money to it, make it a guaranteed success, which I kind of want to. So make that a success. I mean, we've read that text before. This is just to invest, get a bit more income out of it. Lord of the Mountain. Even though, since, you know, she's female, I guess she would be called Lady of the Mountain. Curious. Go check the strength of Cairo. You want the Nobadian throne? I dare you. I told you. Just 12 more years till we have primogeniture. And I want you to keep well in mind that if you're going to change succession laws, actually over here. No, god dang it. The title. Like if you're gonna... not like that. Where the hell do you find it? Succession law, here it is. You need to have all of your council members support you. You gotta get the opinion up of everybody. Even though I'm a shy person who isn't good at diplomacy, Although sometimes I wish I just would. I mean, if my legitimacy keeps going down and down and down due to various circumstances, I might as well just say I have no right to be a ruler anymore. I was just not fit for the task. No, I'm a better commander than a landed ruler. I might as well just retire to the monastery. But even then, that option's not available yet unless I missed it somewhere. No, not till you're at a certain age. Or you're in bad health. Oh, you're looking at the wrong person. Where did this capital go? Can't let my body rust. Bring my sword and horse. Exercising. Royal favor. Knights are up as they should be. Resign from all your titles. That's just cost renown. But unfortunately, I'm greedy, so I would never allow myself to do that. Of course, the archangels. Go for this one. Since you're more of a martial-oriented character. That's what I fear. Peasant revolt. But the devastated by the siege will soon expire, and that thing will not matter. This is a well-fortified county we're holding. Sultanates of Egypt. Okay, they only have that many men. Because I'm thinking about... Oh, so that's where you went. Yeah, that's where you went. Come back. Tulanid, but different culture. Which gets me to thinking. It's too bad we can't do this anymore because insignificant targets. Because I was thinking about, well, whatever those Egyptians are doing, and if they want to build an army, it's going to take a while for them to assemble. Because I'm thinking about raiding for once. Yeah. Wait, yeah, the fort level is higher than others. I know some will resent me for this, but I believe this is going to be the way we'll do it. Raise all as raiders for once. I mean, I'm a raider myself, so why don't we just do some raiding? Come on. Counter raid, brigand disguise, fast attacks contribution. The river near Frim offers a wondrous source of easy transportation. One that I've occasionally had to find myself using as today. It's invigorating, really. Listen to the grunts and calls of rowers easing us along with the current, watching the landscape roll by as I remain completely still. Standing on the boat's deck, leaning over the side, I feel so very peaceful. The water is almost hypnotic. Almost hypnotic. As my position requires, deeply involve myself in politics of the realm. I exchange arguments, present ideas, defend my viewpoints, politically backstab other counselors' arguments. Unfortunately, I don't seem to grasp entirely the political angle of the question, and it becomes clearer and clearer to me that I will never be a great politician. My strength lies elsewhere. So by consequence of being a title character without a seat on the Legion's Council, he had a chance to grasp the political angle of every decision being made about the realm. Unfortunately, you are not up to the task, and depending on your personality, this realization might come with some stress attached. Ill. For level 9, for level 8. So for once, we're doing raids. Not chevauchée, but I mean an actual raid. The type of raid will be the simple pillage. It's all about gold. A real leader stoops to any load to protect their people, no matter how much will sully their name. Let's go. We want to do that so we could build a temple holding here, and then I mean, it's possible we could also raid these guys down there. Especially that we know how to beat them. And even if we have to take your family and ransom them. Raiding now. It'll take 5 months. Be on the lookout though. You don't want to overstay your welcome. It's going to be one and done raid here, then we'll move down south. And mind you, we're not even using special soldiers. That's only during wartime. That's tricky boils. Black-winged stilts. I was passing by a part of my room where there were a couple of small ponds. I noticed a few birds of a curious appearance by the water. They had pied plumage, and most notably stick-like pink legs. A couple of them moved around in circles in some sort of dance, which looked a little comical to me given how their legs looked. One of my guards, who has an interest in birds, told me that the creature is a black-winged stilt. Oh, I'm aware. Did you know that they... So, for biological context, the black-winged stilt, the Himantopus, is a bird found across the old world. It is often found in marshy areas, and one of the most distinctive features is its long, thin legs. Okay, we almost have the money to build that temple holding in Korta. And then soon we're going to raise the funds to get another one built in Abu Hamad. We got his caravan master and a court imam. Alright, there's it. We gotta get moving before the Egyptian army comes. Low Nile flood, unfortunately. Alright. The spoils of the raid laid before you in your chamber are staggering. Gold coins spill from the chest. Jeweled goblets catch the torchlight. Silks and tapestries lie in heaps, each worth a fortune. The raiders have brought far more than expected. Run your fingers through the silver coins. Nothing fills your treasury like a successful raid. The thought of sharing makes your chest tighten. Was it not your strategic mind that made this possible? The clergy have ties in the soldiers and the payments. Surplus should flow to you. Still, a voice of caution whispers. The soldiers talk and priests preach. Perhaps strategic generosity might serve your interests. I find myself clutching at a jeweled necklace, already imagining it among my treasures. As a greedy person, I say, all of it belongs in my personal treasury. Let it recover, and then we're going to raid them next. Build a temple holding here. This will take approximately 4 years' time. But I want it built now. With your excellent skill. Now, it'll take 10 months. Impressive. Not to mention the perks that goes along with it. And I just noticed that you do not endorse me. Well, I'll swear to you. Two kinds of days. I opened my eyes and could immediately tell I've slept in. Light streams in from the window and bathes the room, warming me slightly when I fall out under my blankets. I lazily look around the room and think to myself that perhaps, rather than going about the business of ruling my domains, I could just stay in bed just for today. After all, the realm would be just fine without its lady for a day, will it not? Alright, it's time to get up. It'll take time to recover, that's why the income is not so great. If I leave, my son Lazarus witness parade to my chamber. Coronel poses like a herald proclaims, My liege, you witness a monumental occasion. Lazarus has a mighty gift to offer you. She nudges the forward. Go ahead, Lazarus, tell him. Mother, I lost a tooth. My son proudly presents his toothless smile, handing me a pouch and fall to its side. Lovely, but keep your tooth as a good charm. See, the peasant revolt, it went away. Now we're making fortune again. So in future we'll build one more of this, and then I will take consideration to, get that county away from you. You know, it's going to cause tyranny. As I said, it's going to cause tyranny. With the hook, you're going to lose legitimacy, more importantly. But my tyranny gain isn't as bad as it once was. Today I woke up with a crushing thought. Despite the years of efforts, my lifestream still paled compared to my great father, Marquis Taberna. I pushed myself, yet I'm still unable to escape the long shadow of his fame. Is this a curse that every father brings upon their children? Are all born in the futile race against the giants of the past? I failed you, Taberna, and I have failed myself. Lives are gold. Gold is the lifeblood of the realm, and merchants bring much of their wealth. A shrinking bowl still spreads across the same realm. And Mercury's brought me missives from the trade-rich coastal provinces. Oh, I didn't know. And yes. We can't control this outbreak, my lady. Says what feels like a bluff to covenants. Requiring all merchants to sequester themselves before they bring their goods to markets will ensure they aren't affected. But the unspoken rest is sense intimidated. There's a scant chance this will damage the inflow of precious taxes. As I'm greedy, I say we cannot risk upsetting the economy, thus losing my legitimacy again. This never ends. Curious. You can tournament raiders. Well, why we didn't raise all in the first place? Raise all as raiders. I wonder why that didn't come up. I'll keep that well in mind. You should raise all armies, then turn them into raiders. Do that next time. Yes, it actually increased my raider. If I keep raiding often, faster speed as it stacks. Why didn't I think of this before? I mean, you're ready now. You're fully recovered. So I want you to raise all armies again, but turn them all as raiders afterward. We're raiding Blemia next. Yes, them too. Want to bring all the levies en masse. There we go. 50-50 for Coptic. Now all you have to do is to slowly get rid of them bit by bit. Oh, Guardians. No. $10 gold. Not endorsed, which we're still working on that. Matter of fact, let me compliment you. Since I forget that you're new here. Opinion lowered. And the county control went down. Despicable! Did I notice Kodep standing outside the garden feeding the birds? Notice the breadcrumbs to the ground for the creatures to eat. I have important things to do. Such as raiding. Okay, now, start raiding. Ready to go. To the capital. For starters. Could have raided Sotikin, but instead we should be more content with taking this. And there's an ongoing siege over there. Inner conflict. Raiding their capital would do wonders. And also gives us a chance to possibly try to capture the children and all that. And Nastabora, since it's a feudal realm, there are some other places worth looting. And perhaps we'll come back up to Egypt again. Bridge collapsed in Abu Hamad. I didn't do it. Bridge at Abu Hamad has recently collapsed. It was a major thoroughfare connecting various villages in the region. We must fix it as soon as possible. I mean, that's where the gold comes from, so... Do whatever is necessary to fix this. We can take the hit. From now on, I'm into the idea of get rich quick. And to do that, we gotta raid. Let me guess. Def 4. El Fasha around that area. Yep. Although it's against the fellow Coptic. Shrine building is finished, so there's the temple holding. One more temple holding, and then we'll be able to get this legacy. It'll make life a lot easier, especially when we get to reinforce relations with the Silk Road communities. Many times as I want, for as long as I hold a coastal province. Good man. It'll take 3 months. Although be aware, enemies raising an army. Lazarus is a genius. Alright. Although he appears to be very good with stewardship and that's good with his education, I'll leave it at that. He'll be an excellent administrator. Which is something that our realm is sorely lacking. Well, not quite, but what I mean is someone that's just as skilled as I am, but military matters, and he'll do fine as in the diplomatic front. How long? I do see another well place down there. Incoming. Gonna be fighting in their home turf in the desert mountains. May want it to have every advantage you can get. Oh, he's got advantage at desert mountains, so if we lose, then we'd be in a bad spot. Advantage goes to him. Oh, this is a mistake. Okay, get out of there. Get out of there. We didn't lose any knights, but hey, we tried our luck. At least we tried. Greedy satisfaction. Ah, how it pleases me to see the coin flow into the royal coffers. No more outdated exceptions for peasants and merchants. The law is finally bent in the favor of the crown. And now they pay their true dues. The wealth of the land is where it belongs, under my control. The peasants toil while the merchants trade, and all their rightful share to the throne. Or pay the rightful share to the throne. 1, 2, 3. These traditions that once shackled us are fading away. Now the people's excuse to withhold what is owed. It is a joy to see Rome thrive as my treasury swells, ensuring our continued strength and prosperity. The realm is rich, and so am I. So high taxes are necessary. Yeah, let's recover. I guess we stick to raiding Egypt. You know what? Reinforce relations to Silk communities right now. Perhaps it's my old age getting to me. Let's do some networking. And while we're at it, bring in Middle Eastern merchant settlers. We didn't do it in the last rulership. Now I've been networking with the local Middle East communities, Myro. I'm registered whether they be willing to help me attract some of their compatriots, particularly merchants to sell in my realm and continue to expand their commercial networks so we all prosper and grow. This is just to get holding taxes up a bit. Trade and commerce will flourish. Every little bit helps. No matter their ethnic or religious origin, merchants from the Middle East can be found throughout much of the Silk Road, ranging from Arabs to Iranians and Jews and more. They have been especially prolific in establishing colonies in major trade centers and crossroads in order to broaden their business networks. I managed to convince some members of the local Middle East community to assist me in recruiting people from their homelands or from elsewhere along their Silk Road networks to come and settle my lands. They get to expand their networks while also helping me to bring even more prosperity to my lands. I eagerly welcome the colonists. It's a win-win. At least an endorsement again. Oh, hell. Bad timing. You're young and excellent. So are you. Converted the county. Well, since you did that to Dongala. 150. Right, after all, is righteous, so it will not cause any tension between us. It's his realm, and they're righteous, so they're just fellow Christian brothers. Even though he belongs to the Ethiopian sect of the church. He's already successfully introduced that over here. Barony has the temple. Increase to the fervor. Perhaps we'll go try reading again soon. Empathy and kind hearts. Because that's who he is. Just one more hill. Egypt is ruled by a child. But what is the state of the military? We've already rid of Swan, but we could go raid further inland. Yeah, he's bringing in more and more and more. Again, there's no tension between us as far as baseline contribution is concerned. We just consider him Ratat as brother Christian. You're the genius. The despised hyena of Fatanahaja. Been a lot of damn hyenas lately. And Sophia is too a genius. We can end the sway here. No, I suggest you go sway her, if you can. Hard, easy. Small shot, that explains it. You don't want to have rival counselors. Oh, thank you very much. But do this again. We're gonna raid further inland into Egypt. Listen, we tried this raiding thing and that didn't go well for us, but we're gonna give it another shot at it. Because we want to have another temple down there. So yeah, unlike my father, I'm not interested in territorial conquest as much as, well, I've become more of a raider. Whereas my father, he was a raider too of sorts, but he didn't do, you know, raiding by like this. This would definitely find our coffers if we decided to go over here, but the problem is very high fort level. I think it's easy to practice with all this. So head to there. It's a fort level 4 compared to 6, so this will take less time to deal with. They don't have much men to begin with. Oh, wait a minute. Damn it! Not like this. Moved capitals to Alexandria. Must have been factional. That Sultan Bashir. Must have been by faction demand. Uh-oh. That one's got a high marshal, so be careful. He might send his army down and crush us. But we need to know its numbers. Oh, they're building manor houses. My son Lazarus and his little friend Taberna. Okay, taken a copy of the scriptures from the study and brought it to the playroom. Lazarus tried to read it, but quickly realized that the words therein were best left for the priests. He seems completely content with his current inability to understand the deeper meaning in the book. Well, I say respect those words. They hold wisdom and meaning. It'll take less than 2 months. next to its low 4 level. Whereas there are no 4 levels in these places. But we're going to try to play it safe a little. But however, there's this other city, Enrichment, that's much more valuable that we could go for. You know, having a lady in waiting would have helped you with your stress issues early on had you known. Alright, move out. The settlement of Kos, an important stronghold in Greater Kos, has fallen to my raiders. We have run vast tracts of land, many of the quivering subjects and shining treasures of a mere man's sword to choose from. Troops stand ready, waiting my command to give them direction. Bring me bounteous plunder. So 30 more additional gold. We got even more gold. Okay, we're doing this to build a temple fund, is what we would call it. War Profiteer. We're gonna have to switch. Because let me see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, if I were to reset the perks and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get to it ease, and I need that domain limit. Sounds like an idea. Go for journey focus just to up your diplomacy a bit, since you lament your issues with it. And I'll probably encourage travel. Hey, look over there. Don't overstay your welcome. Go, go, go. Flames and screams surround me in Kina as my army plunders for valuable goods and prisoners. The acrid stench of burning flesh fills the air. Among the wreckage, a small doll lies cast aside. Its small buttons and hand-stitched smile remind me of the innocence waiting for me back home. Even caked in mud, its soft hair feels so delicate in my hand. I can't help but think it would make a perfect gift for one of my children at court. Lazarus would love this. Alright, this is a city holding. Who's there? That's the army of Egypt being assembled. We gotta catch them while they're assembling an army over there. Stop them. If you could capture the Sultan, excellent. If you can defeat the army that's being gathered, that means you will delay them. We caught him. You may have the advantage, but we have you now. Haha. That'll prevent him. 3 months. I'll postpone this because I'm greedy, because money's going elsewhere. So let's be fair, after we raid this place, raid this next, and then that, and then go home. While we slowly get the trade income month every year. The belt beaker. My cousin Countess Dorico approaches me with such a falsely contrite expression that I already fear her next words. My lady, it's an absolute shame that such treasures such as your small belt beaker lie forgotten and abandoned to dust. Please allow me to pay for its restoration in exchange for a small favor. No, I have no need for your help. As much as I would like to go, but no, I know where I can get my money from. Normal Nile flood, which also increases the amount of raid loot. Yes, one more place to raid. Raid this city, then go home. Who the hell are they? Prince Muhammad of Egypt. They say we're being raided. Oh no, you're raiding his territory, I think. Directly. That's what you mean by. This shouldn't take long. Keep at it. Should have thought about this long ago. Like in case if you're having economic problems locally, well, you can always resort to raiding. Even though I believe raiding further contributes towards discord, right? Raiding territories? No, it doesn't. Oh, that reminds me. Son, there's a language you should learn. Not Italian. Arabic. Very important language. Retire to a monastery. That option's there. At least 50 years old. I tell you what, I'm willing to retire because as good as she is as a raider, but she can never get behind the legitimacy. But there are ways. After we build this one last temple holding down there, as long as there's room for it, then perhaps I may retire, because that seems like an option now. Oh, damn it. Big drop of money here. Just raid and go. Alright, it's good enough. Let's get out of here. If you keep on raiding, you'll get better at it. Things will get done faster. See? No baseline contribution towards tension. No such thing. Alright, here comes the money. All of it belongs in my personal treasury. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen. If I want to, I can retire to the monastery, abdicate the throne to my heir, who is a child ruler who is not ready for it. There's room for it. All we need is 80 more gold. But let it recover. Hurry, my liege, you have to hear this. The wet nurse Lorena rushes me to my son's chambers. Colonel points at Shakanda and examines, so I lean towards him and listen. Knight. It looks like Shakanda already has a martial spirit. That he does. What else can he say? Simply for the sake of it, give him this. Since that's where it's going. Sophia, you're going to be one of learning. So, Educate someone with a high learning. Of course, this person. Greedy satisfaction. Really? Died from his wounds. Probably from one of the recent, raid attempts, and then something happened to him, and then he got. Don't travel, just keep saving your money. Ah yes, the pirates. Your damn legitimacy! It's almost gone. We may have to do something about that in a little bit. No, I gotta do it for the Lord. As I patiently await the fetching of my clothes, servant says, Lord, no one can find your garments. I'm surrounded by incompetence. I muttered, storming from my chamber. It's in my son Lazarus' room. I discovered not only my raiments, but also the boy's weapons. I had no part of my liege, he dressed himself. And right now responds as a giggle. The little scoundrel. Give me the gold. Hey. Give me the damn money. You too. Love you, son, but I need the money. Build a temple fund. Save the hook. Alright. Build this temple holding. It is said it'll take 4 years' time. But now it's 10 months. We're gonna get that dynasty legacy in no time. Defy not the lion, people. Defy not the lion. Send a report to superiors. I'm willing to do that as I have high learning. Although it could be spent additional gold on it. Gain legitimacy. That's one of the ways to do it. Reporting to King Ordens. As Lady of the Mountain, who maintains the border between Egypt and Nubia in our kingdom, I have to periodically send reports to my superior King Ordens III. That way, he is up to date with the latest goings-on in these lands. I'm currently working on one such report right now, but I can't spend too much time on it, as I have other responsibilities to attend to. On the other hand, I should take time on this report so I'm able to portray myself and my subordinates positively to Ordens, without coming off too strong or making it seem like we're hiding our mistakes. Put some money into it. Take time to write an excellent, detailed report. 88% chance that improvement opinion with my liege and possibly even a gift of gold from them. Or 12% chance of failure and it will lose legitimacy in opinion. Minor success. He appreciates the report. I gained some legitimacy out of this. Lately I've been pondering the education of my son Lazarus. Is stewardship really the appropriate direction? Since being trained in warfare myself, I found that particular knowledge to serve me well. Sure would do the same for him. No. Varying skill set is only beneficial. He's a genius. It's also a steadfast sentinel. It says, born into nobility, his character's ambition centers around upholding the established order and safeguarding stability within our own. They prioritize protecting traditions and proven methods of governance, providing a sense of security and continuity. good. While I was at the market with Raphael, his attention was caught by a criminal chained in the pillar. Raphael watched him for a while. When he did nothing but cough and beg for water, he rolled his eyes and kept on walking. The criminal deserves nothing but disdain from you. Alright, we're in debt for a bit. Soon we're gonna have to save up our money to go on travel, like I need an excuse to travel. Like St. Catherine's Monastery, for example. You gotta choose the option to get more legitimacy. But I believe, at the earliest possible convenience, I want myself to retire to the monastery, even though children will be inheriting these lands. And primogeniture won't come around until 6 years. Well, you better start kissing up to your powerful vassals soon. The ones who aren't in your council. Well, I don't think you should retire to a monastery. You're going to be the woman who's not only specialized at getting money by ill-gotten means, and you've been a great temple builder, and as well as, well, one who saved herself from being called illegitimate. Shakanda is intelligent, however, not a genius, but still good. So, I think I'm willing to... Hey, look! A feast. Oh. So, here's what I'm willing to do in the future, which will no doubt happen in the next episode, is get the opinion of all your power vassals to be on your side, change your succession law to primogeniture for Nobadia, get that piece of land over there, and I'll definitely make it my temple hold. Build a temple holding up there, just for even more added renown. And then I will retire to the monastery, giving Lazarus to start young on his rule, like somewhere in his 20s. Alright, I'm willing to go over there. So, Countess Fatima, you're one of my powerful vassals, so maybe we can talk. Don't want to cause mischief. You want to have your opinion of powerful vassals turn to you. Household savings. Servants run across the hall bringing the final decorations. Summer guests yet to arrive, and I indulge myself with delicious drink by the fire. I cannot wait for that wench to make a fool of herself. I spot Countess Fatima. I told him where I might plan to befriend her. Perhaps all can be forgiven with time. I've been informed by my chancellor some time ago. An important gathering of the most relevant generals and strategists of the neighboring polities, including mine, will take place near my domain. Today, given my extensive prestige, I was invited to deliver the opening speech in the ceremony. Given my martial matters and general knowledge, I must weigh carefully the benefits of accepting an invitation. The spotlight will be mine. I don't know, it's a gamble. I'm shy, but I have high martial and good learning. Do it. That is one dancing priest. Every guest is gathered in the Great Hall, and our gracious host, Countess Fatima, has welcomed us all to the feast. I look forward to this. It's taken much of the evening to get myself close to Countess Fatima without making it feel forced. After all, best friendships are natural, and I want her to think it's spontaneous. By St. Matthew, extols my baby friend. They're disguising a belch. That was a heavy course, so soon after our last wave one. It's simply too heavily on the stomach. So we cannot believe that servants expect to keep their serving mistress working this poorly. This is you can swan at her opinion up. Because if you can, for future reference. Over here, you Egypt. If you want primogeniture, you gotta get them all to approve, and it seems it's a pretty easy option. All I gotta do is compliment one, and then, since we're about to have this dynasty legacy pretty soon, send Silk Road entertainers. The pleading gaze I receive from my acquaintance, Goris, is taking on a desperate tone. A group of guests approach the court. He is hid all evening. The walls are hindering his escape. To think my case to act such a way. I need to talk to you in private. We could both use a break. Got you a favor, Hook. You got any money on you? He does. Hey. 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 Give me the money. Get me the money. Now. Ransom the man. You can ask your head of faith for gold, huh? What gives? Sizable treasury. I guess that means he has so much money he has no idea what to do with it, and I can ask him for it. Even though he and I don't see each other eye to eye. Hey? I wouldn't worry about it. That is not that you're part of Nobadia. My acquaintance, I heard rumor of a plague called Sheikh Sami's Pox. Mayor, that says a word. It used to be rampant in the Arabian Empire, with the victims being riddled by scars and rashes. Not even fresh oil could take my mind off of it. Let us pray for the Arabian Empire, for it's ran by Armenians these days. As I stand in front of the dignified crowd in the opening event of the Great Hall delivering my speech, I feel at ease with my words, including parables, semantic touches, and well-placed hyperboles, all delivered within the context of my audience's matter of expertise. My bold and sometimes novel statements and conclusions regarding the subject matter utterly captivated the audience. I felt confident to even include the suggested to finance my own endeavors and relate the matter to everyone. In the end, almost all standing, loud cheers and claps were heard across the great hall and organized catering, showing utter respect for my performance, all saying that the gathering could have not started better. I was truly first among my equals. Big prestige gain of 483 and 66 gold. And additional gold from the head of faith, from the Pope. I listen intently to Rebecca as she carelessly reveals all manner of things, distracted by trying to get one last drop from her tankard. She is oblivious how carefully I am paying attention. Once she realizes, she starts again. I'm only rambling. It's not true. Anyways, any of it. Oh, it just happens to be very interesting rambles. Hey. I'll blackmail you. Now, pay up. Because I noticed you got money in you. As the feast winds to its inevitable conclusion, there's one event remaining that everyone's expected. It's Cosmetics toast to the guest of honor. Me. It's a lovely moment, one I've been rather looking forward to all evening, and it comes and goes all too swiftly. It's nice to be appreciated. Alright. glad to hear. Daylight pours through the windows in just one moment, and the whole hall becomes illuminated. Most seats are now empty. Some servants hand me my weapons to take their leave of Cherubal. What a pleasure it was to have you with us. Count smiles at me. What a feast! Before coming, I could have never imagined the exotic delicacies that would sample my time in her halls. This was a feast I will never forget. And I shall depart. Gain a bit of legitimacy just for attending the feast. And we'll do more ways to earn more legitimacy in the next episode. In the quiet of our camp near Center, a shrieking uproar breaks the calm. My caravan master confronts my episcopus Colothos accusingly, holding a judgment down. You thief! This is my mother's! He exclaims, eyes blazing with anger. Colothos vehemently denies claims. You lying bampot! That's always belonged to me. Both our children, hand it over. Give me 50 gold. Stop putting everything in your mouth, god damn it. Anyways. So. Okay, you know what? Let's end the episode with the completion of the temple holding. What's going on? Eastern claim. Hey, gads. That's part of my land that's being threatened. Let the temple be complete. Next episode will be all about that war. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's good. And I actually get to start a legend. Saintly builder of Al-Hajjar. If I could afford it. So, we'll end the episode with this. Cosmopolitan ports. So, the opinion of different cultures and faiths increases. The decision to reinforce relations with local communities can be taken more than once in a lifetime. Increases the chances of barrage. Pirate courtiers spawn in Socotra, if you even have Socotra. But barrage courtiers can now spawn in non-Socotran ports in the Western Indian Ocean, like my coastal port here. And unlocks the character interaction to present skilled Silk Road entertainers to other rulers. We'll definitely make use of the reinforcing relations one-on-one. You could put it to good use. In the future, we gotta have this. So things are looking up here. What the hell? So I hope you enjoyed this episode, ladies and gentlemen, because in the next episode, defend our territory, beat back those people from the eastern desert, and then he's bringing friends as well, and as well as another ally, and I too will join in on that. And all that. So after we beat those guys in that war, and then I will plan on going to St. Catherine's Monastery to travel to there and visit its landmarks of Egypt. Along with you, Lazarus. You need to be traveling with me. So, yeah. See you in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a lot more work to do, as I have plans to actually retire to a monastery, because I felt, personally, that for the most of my rule has been neglected, and this is one of its options that I can do. Because I felt I wasn't good enough, but I'm good enough to be a raider. But he can be just as capable. Maybe. But only time will tell, because he's going to be the first genius to rule, as I've been an intelligent one. At least the armies could travel faster now. And we'll probably do some more raiding. And subsequently, plan on resetting the perk so I could get personal touch for the domain limit, and use that to get that. All that and more. See you in the next episode, but until then, so long for now.